Hi guys, Gez B in the UK with an update video for you on Monday the 20th of July 2020. Hope you're well wherever you are and you're managing to keep safe. A little bit of an overdue video here really, just going through some of the various programs I'm in. But also, as the title mentioned, beware the clones are coming. I just wanted to flag a couple of things up. Now, this particular program I've not actually featured in any of my videos before now, purely that it is a hype. In fairness to it, it's been around a fair while now and it's been performing well as a hype, but generally I don't like to give links out to the hype programs because I feel a lot of people on YouTube that tend to join them don't really understand the risks that are involved with them. It's pretty much like musical chairs or Russian roulette really, because at some stage they all stop. That's a given, but they'll actually say they'll pay a certain amount every hour or every day, a set percentage, and it's for, you know, forever type thing. But we all know in crypto there's no such thing as forever. They all stop at some stage. Now, in fairness to the admin who's running this particular program, they've done really well with it. I think they've got around about 27,000 people involved in this now, deposits of over $7.5 million, and they've been paying out like, you know, good uns. They do, I think it's 0.13% every hour. So if you do the math on that, it's over the sort of 3% daily. And yeah, I mean, although I didn't promote this, I did get into this. I've made ROI, and that's without any referrals. So I'm more than happy with this program. But lo and behold, what you're now going to see is everyone is pushing this your net profits. Again, it is an exact sort of clone of my micro profits. It's understandable it's been released in so much as once you've got a good program out there, people tend to copy. I'm actually surprised they've been a bit slow really to come out of the woodwork with a clone on it, but this one's arrived on the scene. You're going to see loads of YouTubers pushing this one. The only real difference, again, normally with a clone, the way they get people in is they offer more interest than the sort of, you know, site they're emulating. So these guys are giving, I think it's 0.15% every hour, so you can do the math on that. Now, all I'd say on it, I mean, it's, you know, if you're looking at these sort of things, it's your crypto. You do what you do with your crypto, I'll do what I do with mine. But bearing in mind, all I would say is it's very, very rare for a clone of an original to do anywhere near as well. So all I would say is tread carefully. I mean, obviously it's early days with this. They've only got let's actually track down. There's only not even 500 members at the minute, and they've got what 133,000 has been deposited. So it's early days for this one. So if, you know, if people are going to look and think, right, I'm going to take a punt here, because in all honesty, it probably is too late for people to get into this particular one now. Those of us who did get in early have, you know, more than made our sort of money back on it, so happy days. But it's just the fact that this is, you know, almost, barring the names, almost an identical copy of what's gone before. The only difference is they're enticing people in with a bigger percentage. But again, do be careful, because clones have a habit of disappearing, you know, a lot sooner than the sites they often try and, you know, emulate, if you like. But as I say, you'll see there's plenty of YouTubers pushing this one. I won't be leaving links for it because, as I say, and I won't be getting in this one myself. I'll actually just ride this one out until the wheels fall off. I've made ROI, so I've got, you know, I'm not going to get a loss even if this disappears tomorrow. But I still think this could have a little bit of longevity in it. But I wouldn't, even if I was promoting it with a link, I wouldn't be telling anyone to get into it now. But just be careful that you don't just think that this is going to last anywhere near as long. Clones have a habit of not doing that. But as I say, I think I saw that, what you can see there, 914 Crypto, I saw his video today. I think Big K Crypto also put out a video today about this particular program. So there's plenty of YouTubers. If you just put your net profits on, if you know, if it floats your boat and that's what you want to sort of get into it when it's brand new, then that is out there. But as I say, do be careful, because clones have a habit of not lasting as long. But we shall see. Right, the next one we're going to talk about is another sort of copy clone, if you like. This one was touted to me today this divvy club, and it's an expression we use in the UK. You'd be a bit of a div, I think, to get involved with this one. Basically, they've come off the back of, obviously we all know Gandhiji, Ethereum Gold, which I've done videos on, is doing phenomenally well. You've got Etherchain out there that has started this trend for 1% daily. This one is actually offering supposedly a 5% daily. They've got all the usual direct referrals, level matching bonuses, yada yada yada. Again, guys, you know, these things, when they're paying these sort of percentages daily, they're just not sustainable. Let's just have a look how much they've actually got in the contract at the moment. Again, it looks as though it's only just sort of launched this thing, but I don't know why Etherscan is taking so long to load. Yeah, I mean, look, guys, there's only 46 ETH in the contract, 11,000, and I think it's been out a day or two so far. So, yeah, you know, be careful. It's the latest one everyone seems to be pushing around, and they're all being lured in by 5%, which is a bit sort of crazy, to be honest. If we just take a look at the one that started the daily percentages. Now, with Etherchain, they have supposedly now verified the contract, but for me personally, I mean, a load of us got into this even before Ethereum Gold. So it kind of locks in your money until you get the 3.1% return on it. Sorry, you times it by 3.1%, I should say, not percentage. So you've got no real choice other than to just keep coming back in every now and again and taking out what you can in the program. So I think at the moment, yeah, I've got 0.07 that I could withdraw. I'll probably do that a little bit later and take that out. I'm just bobbing in every now and again and just taking a bit out at the time. But there's still quite a few YouTubers. They know there are still potentially issues with this, but they're still putting the links out there. That's fine for those YouTubers who want to do it. Personally, I'll just ride this out with my own funds. I'm not putting a link out to Etherchain. I just don't feel comfortable about giving a link for this particular one. The best one to be in at the moment, and that's in my opinion, you do what you want to do. Ethereum Gold, you know, the contract's over 2 years old, solid as a rock, not going anywhere. It's basically modelled on the original Proof of Weak Hands 3 contract that had sort of hackathons done on it. You know, it's been proven, squeaky tight. There's no backdoor. There's no way your money's going to disappear anywhere. There'll be a little link will come up during this part of the video where you can go and have a watch of some of my other videos on this program. It's one that a lot of YouTubers haven't necessarily taken to because it doesn't pay crazy amounts on referral earnings. It's 3% basically on anyone you bring in. As you can see, I've got some referrals earnings there. Thank you for those who did click the links, but you know, it's not a huge amount by any standards compared to some other YouTubers. But I'm not really bothered about the referral side of it anyway, because to be honest, if you watch my videos, I put in 1 ETH into this contract when we all sort of had the original buzz about it a couple of weeks, well, 3-4 weeks ago now, can't remember. And you get 10% is taken off when you buy in, and then they take 10% off when you sell, when you get out. For the purposes of the actual platform, the 10% deduction is also shown for the sell, even though it doesn't actually come off until you decide to sell. So I went down to, it was 0.8 ETH when it all sort of kicked off. You can see there the stats are, I've got 1.97. This has been hovering above 2 for the last few days when the contract was over 14,000 ETH. And in dividends, I've got nearly 0.95, so around about $222 odd. And what I'm going to do, as I've said in all the other videos, I'm literally going to wait until that hits 1 Ethereum, because then psychologically it's what I put in. So I will withdraw the dividends once that hits 1 Ethereum. And then whatever's there will just ride in this contract, and basically every now and again I'll take stuff out, go back in, buy the tokens. So yeah, my play on this has always been, can a smaller player in this come in and actually do well with it? And yeah, my results show you that you can, because if you think 240 odd, which is what the 1 ETH would have been when I put it in, less than 20%, and now if you combine what I've got there, you're looking at around about, what, $685 odd. So you can pretty much say this this is doing what it needs to do, guys. Now, it had, as I say, we had a massive spike up off the back of obviously when the Oracle started mentioning this particular program, and it was one we all kind of knew it from a year or so before, where it was Gandhiji then. It's had a sort of a rebrand. There is still Gandhiji. You can also get in on Gold Chip as well. It's just different interfaces, if you like. But the key thing is it's all on this one verified contract. Again, I won't go through to that on this video because I've done it in past videos, but you can go and have a look. And that's the beauty with these programs, because it has had some DDoS attacks as well, where probably competitors want to try and take the site down or whatever. But even if the face of the site goes, you can always still actually, get through straight to the contract and interact with that. I'll also in the description put the link to the backup connections on GitHub as well, which is handy to have. But you can see what's gone on. We had this massive sort of burst. It went just shy of 17,000 Ethereum, which was just shy, I think it was just around about the $4 million mark. It had a bit of a sort of a dump, if you like. There was one or two whales sold out. And then you get a few people. This is the whole thing, because if you think the original program, Proof of Weak Hands, people panic and they think, oh Christ, it's going to go down, I'm going to lose all my ETH, and they start selling. And then these things always have a habit of sort of, the brakes are put on, it levels out. So I think, yeah, you can see they're shot down to about 11.4, and then we've had this little trend up again, and now we're just coming down again. But that's kind of what we want with these things. If they can keep doing that every so often, it's earning us dividends. So what you don't want is these sort of flatline things, or if you get the growth but then it kind of holds off and nothing happens, because again, this needs a flow. It's got to have either people buying in or selling to get the dividends to come through. Now obviously you get some appreciation on if Ethereum goes up in value, etc. And this particular, your gold token price can also sort of go up or down based on the amount of transactions there are with this particular contract. So for every time there's a sale or every time there's a buy or a sale within the program, sell I should say rather than sale, the price alters by, I think it's 5 zeros 1 or 6 zeros 1. So it's a minute amount of ETH every time there is a transaction. So that sort of affects it as well. But for me, this has done totally what it says on the tin. It's just a brilliant contract. Got no worries about my ETH disappearing or going anywhere. It's absolutely sort of rock solid, this, and this is what I like about it. So yeah, that's just all I'm keeping an eye on at the moment. Just want that. I mean, I could take it out now, but it is that thing. It's just psychologically you want to think, right, no, that's what I put in and that's what I want to get out on my dividend. So I'll wait for that to happen. I'm not going to jump in and do it early. So that's Ethereum Gold. And as I say, that's the key smart contract at the moment, I'd say, hands down, for me. As I say, a lot of us got into this one. You're kind of tied in. This is the other disadvantage with this one. You are tied in until you get that times 3.1 on what you put in. You can't take your funds out. Whereas with Ethereum Gold, if I wanted to sell that $463 worth now, I could sell that there. That would go into my dividends. I could take the whole lot out now, no problem. That's what I like as well. Not only are you earning the money, but you've still got full control over your funds rather than they're kind of locked in to this platform where you've really got to cross your fingers and hope it sort of pans out that it's still going to be, around for the whole length of your journey with it. In fairness, yeah, they've had a lot more ETH going into it. You can see they're just shy of 13,000 ETH now, so people obviously like the sound of they've gone with a verified contract now, but there's still parts of this that I'm not too happy with personally, so that's why I'm not going to leave a link for this going forward. But you've got to judge it yourself. I mean, if that's what you're liking about a contract that's paying a daily rate, etc., then yeah, you could take a punt with something like this. But I still think there's some question marks. But again, as I say, that's my take on this particular program. So I won't be leaving any links for this one. Obviously, there's still a few YouTubers out there who are leaving links, but you would have to get one from them. But again, on the whole thing about people paying daily percentages, all I'd say is steer clear of this one, because when you start getting to these 5% daily and they're going to pay all these other bonuses, etc. It is an absolute nonsense, guys. So be very careful. So moving on from the talk about clones, etc. Moving over to CashFX, CFX Group. I'm sure most of you probably have heard about this particular program, which is Forex trading that's sort of done for you. I've been in this since pretty much when it was in pre-launch last year. I've got to that stage now where it's crunch time whether I continue on with it or I actually sort of, come away from it. To be honest, I think from a promotions point of view, the fact that they've got a bit of a block that's on any US residents signing up for the program now is kind of a game changer for it, because that's obviously one of the biggest sort of markets or territories that they could actually get customers from. So it will slow the growth really for a lot of people out there trying to get people to have a look at the program and get them on board with it. It's going to make it a little bit harder in that respect. But obviously, if you wanted to come in, you can come into this program without necessarily getting recruits. You could just buy the packs and just do the trade-in, and you could tackle it that way. The disadvantage there is if you there's two elements to it, so you won't necessarily earn on the I believe it's the bear side. I always get it the wrong way around, but there's two sides to it, because basically you can potentially 4x your money with this program, but 2x of it is on the basic trading side of the program, and then the other 2x is on the sort of team building and the extra bonuses you can get for doing that. So you're at a kind of a disadvantage at the moment with the way the sponsoring could be done, because as I say, the US territories are blocked. So I need to have a think about it over the next sort of week, what I'm going to do with it. But I think what I'm going to do at the moment, because I know I can do it, I'm going to request a withdrawal. So what do we got? We got 142.55 sat there. So we are going to go 142.55. We're going to submit. And again, the gig with these guys, 20% off, so 28.51 coming off, so total payout of $114.04. So we've just got to put in the two-factor PIN, which I'll just get, and that is 146.978. Hopefully that should go. Request accepted. There we go. So usually with these guys, run about within 24 hours. That should be through. So CashFX, as I say, again, it's another company. I can't fault them in so much as it has sort of done, again, what it said on the tin, really. They did the trade-in Monday through to Friday. The payments always come through on a Saturday. From that, they had a little bit of a wobble when I think a lot of programs were all saying the markets, the Forex markets, crypto markets, everything was in a bit of a turmoil. So a few weeks back, the daily percentages, because you can get up to 15% a week. The average has been around about sort of 10 to 11, but when they had the bad few weeks, it really did get a bit dire, that the returns were nowhere near as good as they had been. But yeah, as I say, a bit of a question mark as to whether I will actually upgrade to the next level or just sort of step away from this for a little while. But if you are looking at it or you've been interested in it, I've got nothing bad to say about the programming so much as, as I say, they've done everything they said they were going to do. And certainly if you're looking to get on the Forex side to earn the profits on that side, happy days. The other side with the team building, etc. Just bear that in mind, that one of the biggest territories at the moment is excluded from new participants joining the program. They are working on it and they're hoping to get that resolved. So obviously, stay tuned and we'll see what happens with that one. And the next one up is Earn LTC, or Earn Litecoin. This is a new program. I think we're around over about a week into this now. This is a program from the Earn network. I've done videos previously on Ads Earn Bitcoin, and the more recent one was Ads Earn ETH. Well, obviously, to complete the trilogy, we've now got Ads Earn LTC. The key thing with all of the programs within the Ads Earn network, obviously, there's an advertising element. There is also the opportunity to earn rewards from all of the programs. This particular one, Ads Earn Bitcoin, has more options for people who are looking to earn from the program. But again, you can just go straight into that. If you're just looking to advertise, you've got no interest of getting any sort of the earning type positions in there, that's fine. You can just go in there. There's over 15,000 members. The Alexa ranking for this particular program is fantastic. So if you want eyeballs on your sort of ads and everything, definitely one you should be looking at. Ads Earn ETH. This is again a program where you can advertise. You've got login ads, banner advertising, text ads. The difference here was it was tied into a smart contract, which basically meant you didn't have to, request a withdrawal. If you had any rewards in the program, it was sent straight to your Metamask wallet. There may be, just a heads up, there may be some changes on that, because to be honest, I think there was a lot of people who were struggling with Metamask wallets and Trust wallets. I don't know why, because I've never had a problem with Metamask. I don't use Trust wallet myself, but there may be some changes to that to offer a different payment processor that will make it a little bit easier for some people with the program. So who knows, might be coin payments or something like that, but that is coming. As I say, Ads Earn LTC, that is coin payments based, where you can actually pay in via Bitcoin, Ethereum or Litecoin, but you are paid out in rewards on Litecoin on that one. So if I go back to the platform, I won't scan down here because there's referral information there that I don't want to share, don't want to make public. But yeah, again, all the advertising things are here. You can do banner advertising, login ads, text ads, etc. And I believe it is around about sort of $4 to buy an advertising pack. There's different levels. And there is also a, if we have a look here, I'll show you the bit you actually get paid out on. If we scan down, each of the advertising packages is tied in with a sort of a matrix. Now on the particular matrix, you get three positions, if you like. So in the first two spots, you get paid out on the reward associated with the advertising pack somebody's bought, but the third one basically goes to your upline, but you also then get a new level, hence why you can see on this level 1 I've already got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and I'm on to the 7th in that. I've already got a few happening on stage 2, which is the higher advertising packages. So again, if you understand those sort of pay structures and how they work, you get rewarded basically if you're sharing the advertising platform with others. They join, come and buy advertising packages. You're going to get rewarded for it. You can see there my total earnings literally in around about a week has been 6 Litecoin. I've got 2.22 available, so I'm actually going to might as well do a withdrawal while we're here. Why not? Finance, let's withdraw funds. And we've got an unpaid balance there, so you've got to request what you want, which will be 2.220000. Now there probably is a fee that will come out of that. I don't know if it's going to show it, but we obviously want that payment mode will be Litecoin, and please enter your payment or account ID. Right, so I've just got to get that sorted, guys, and then I'll press the withdraw money button. So I've just put in the relevant information into the site there, and you can see there your request for withdrawal of 2.22 Litecoin through Litecoin has been successfully recorded. They basically send you a confirmation email just to, it's as a backup security thing, just so it's you that's requested that. So I'm just going to go and click that. So once you click the confirmation email, guys, you get sent back to this page where you can see there your withdrawal has been successfully approved and will be processed shortly. And again, I know the owner of the Ads Earn network programs, and as long as he's not, not asleep or whatever else. These things are usually paid. Again, I've never had a problem with any of the programs paying out within 24 hours. Sometimes it could be as quick as when Jim would actually see that come through. So you're never going to have a problem with any of the ads network sites paying what you're due. So you can rest assured there. But anyway, that's gone through. So that'll be hitting my Exodus wallet shortly. So 2.2 Litecoin, I'm thinking. So that's going to be close on $90 I'm just taken out of there. So happy days. So what I'll do, I'll leave the link for the Ads Earn network below. You can go through there, you can click through to any of the programs and have a look. But that's the latest one, as I say, around about a week old. And I think already in that first week it's paid around about $10,000 out to the members. Ads Earn ETH, there will be some changes there, so possibly the smart contract element may change. And then the Ads Earn Bitcoin, as I say, that's a great one if you are looking to advertise other programs, you know, to get people into programs you're in, because as I say, traffic, 15,000 member base and Alexa rankings on that particular site is really, really, really good. So highly recommend that one. And it's been around for over a year now, and for those members in there who are sort of earning things, you know, again, been paying like a good and no problems at all for over a year. So do recommend this particular network of sites. And another one I've done a few videos on is this Alcore Club. This is one of my little favourites at the moment. It's not got tons of support necessarily on YouTube or that, but I can't fault the program. Again, no dramas, does what it says on the tin. I'm going to log in here now. If you've watched any of the previous videos I've done on it, you'll know that basically you buy packages on the level that I'm in, which I think is the basic level. Can't remember what they call it. Basic is the one I normally go into. They run for 10 days, but they've got other ones there. There's the player, runs for 20, master for 30 days, professional 40, and then the expert is 180 days. So basically you're deciding from the outset with the particular programs you come into how long you want to lock in your money for. Now I should say that obviously they're key part of their business is obviously sports trading and betting. I suppose their unique selling point is they will actually accept crypto in terms of when people want to place the bets. Should point out I do not use this site to place sports bets or anything like that. Yes, I like a punt every now and again, like anyone, but I do use, you know, sites that are sort of more well known within the UK for any sports thing I'm doing. So I'm not bringing this to, you know, to my channel with the intention of saying, oh, you should sign up with these guys and play sports betting. You know, always with all of them sort of things, sometimes they're not accessible in other countries because, you know, betting websites are not allowed in some jurisdictions. And also, I wouldn't want to encourage anyone to get involved in gambling because, again, we all know where that can lead, and as they always say, if you do that off your own bat, you know, always gamble responsibly. But this particular program I'm showing you here doesn't involve that. It's yeah, I'm not sure what happened there, but we actually got logged out for a second. Yeah, all I do, I come in and buy these set packages. It almost reminds me of back in the good old days with my passive trades, because you can come in and get started for around about sort of $50 here. You can do it as a USD account, a BTC or Ethereum account. I'm actually going to look at doing an Ethereum account when this latest one I've got ends. I'll actually do a USD and get an Ethereum one going as well. But you can see here, if you come in from sort of $50 to $499, they're saying a minimum maximum of daily income of around about 1% to 1.5. The average they're saying there's about 1.2, and you'd be locking in your funds for 10 days. Now obviously with these other ones where you lock in for longer, the averages change and they're obviously higher because you're having to commit to locking your funds in. When you go up to the 180 days, they're talking around about an average of 3.7%. Obviously, I can't verify that or confirm that because I don't use that particular package. The one I use is this basic. Now it runs for 10 days. It's not active over the weekends. So if I go to open deposits. I've got USD. So that's the one I've got currently. I've got 8 days left, so it will start from later today, so Monday through Friday, then it will stop over the weekends, and then this will complete sort of around about Tuesday of, not this week, it'll be next week. Originally I came in with $100. I then made around about $43 profit on that 100. I chucked in another 57 to round it up to 200, and I'm now sat on 311.46. Again, to be transparent, I've probably earned around about $15 of referral commission, so the actual earnings are higher than anything I've got out of referrals on this particular program. But obviously, if you put your link out there, then if you get the odd bit of referral commission, then hey, why not? Because Alcore, it saves them advertising any other way if they've got people who are promoting the program, as it were. And I've got no complaints. I've done a test withdrawal on another video, and it was paid, I think, within around about 20 minutes of making that request. The plan here is to build this up to just shy of the 500, and then look to take out the original funds that were put in, and then sort of play with house money or profit money, if you like. What I will do, show you the financial operations, so deposit accruals. You can see there, so the last payout was on the 17th of July, $3.74, so that was at 1.2%. And of that particular week, we've got a 1.3 on that would have been the Tuesday, 1.3 on the Monday, and then it goes into the previous week there, where again you can see the averages have been around about 1.2. If I go to another sheet, see if we've got any higher, we've got 1.3, 1.3. I think the best I've had is about a 1.4, but that would have been a few weeks back. If I can find it, let's go to 4. There we go, 1.4. But you can see, I suppose, the consistent average, I'd say, would be around about 1.2 to 1.3 is what I've been getting on that. And that's as simple as it is, really, guys. You just, put the decide on what pack you're going to do. You get paid out Monday through to Friday. And as I say, with these type of rates, it's actually a little bit better than the old days with my passive trades, because they used to pay 1% daily. So I'm actually getting a little bit better than that on this. You can see there I've got one open deposit, which is the 311 odd sat there. 6 have actually closed out. And I think if you look at the... I don't know if I can show you the... Yeah, I was actually struggling a little bit there to find the actual records that I wanted to find. So I actually got into the program on the 20th of April this year. So deposit of funds, you can see it was $100 in Bitcoin. And then on the 2nd of June, I took the $43.54 out to do a test withdrawal. That was the actual profit on the 100. And then later that day, I added another $57 odd to what I'd taken out to put another 100 back in, which basically topped it up to just over the $200, if you get what I'm doing there. So, yeah, from the 20th of April, starting off with 100, just shy of about 6 weeks later, taking out part of the profit and then bumping in another 100. We are now running at, we have trading 311. Let's go back to the open deposits. And yeah, got 311 there. I think when this maxes out, it should add another sort of 35, possibly 40 on top. So we're around about 350, and we just keep cycling out. But obviously, when I get to the higher ones, I'd rather take out the original inputs of the 157 and then leave the rest of that running, which would be about 350. And yeah, maybe scale up, because I think once we hit over the 500, once I've taken the original sort of deposits out, I may be tempted to go on to that next one, which would be the 20. I think it's the 20-day one, which would obviously give me an average higher daily rate in the program. But again, no dramas with it. It's doing what it's saying on the tin, as I always say. you know, easy site to interact with. Not so easy to find what you're looking for if you're trying to shoot a YouTube video. But yeah, I'm enjoying this Alcore. But as I say, I use it just purely for these packages that they offer with a sort of a daily percentage. Obviously, they're doing their trading in the background, and they've got profits coming in on their sports side of the business. So how they're generating that, you know, is not really my concern as long as they're paying me my profit on it. But you can obviously do your due diligence on the program. There's enough material on the site, and the other videos I've done on this program, I've actually gone into that in a little bit more detail. So that info is there if you want it. But Alcore, yep, loving this program at the moment. And I'm going to wrap it up now, guys, because we've actually gone over the half an hour. I was trying to keep it to a half an hour, so we're on about 35 minutes at the moment. Obviously, if you stuck with me through to the end here, I really appreciate you taking the time out to view the video. Hopefully, it's useful content. You can see that certain programs are working well. No real drama programs to report on at the moment. Obviously, one or two of the ad sites are kind of still playing up. I haven't done anything on Diversity Fund Club in a while. Basically, they were migrating to a new site with a new script, etc. But they don't seem to have come to life with the old packages I had on the old platform. So I may do a little sort of update video on that, and you know, whether it's good or bad, warts and all, we'll have to sort of uncover that one. But it wasn't a huge amount in there anyway, if that has gone. Just trying to think if there was anything else at the moment. Passive ad share, that's still you know, going well in the background, shall we say. It's early days. I think I've got about five or six packs there, getting a daily sort of earnings out of it. But again, that's more of one of these sites where you go in and you can get away with no surfing on that site, but you get a lower payout, whereas the option I'm on, you get a 25% payback on the packs you buy, but you do have to click. They've reduced the number now. You only have to click 10 ads a day. But to say, yeah, it's rocking and rolling. It's still early days for that program. And just trying to think if there was any others I was going to bring up at the moment, but I think we've covered the key ones at the moment that are kind of doing what they need to do. And yeah, you know, that is it for this week, really, guys. So as I say, thanks for watching. I say, do be careful of the sort of clones that are popping up. There's loads that are coming after Ethereum Gold and GandDG. As I say, Ether Chain, if you've already got in, there's not much you can do. You're kind of locked in until you get your 3.1 times what you put in. If you are new, just really do your due diligence. There's plenty of you know, videos out there that will explain maybe some of the concerns I've got on this particular one. So as I say, won't be putting a link out for that one. And yeah, these sort of crappy ones that are popping up, you know, just use your common sense, guys. Anything that's promising like 5% daily, you know, I guarantee if I do an update on this this won't be here in 2 months' time, guys. They'll have gone. You know, so we shall see. But if you've got some ETH and you want to put it somewhere where you can pretty much know you're not going to see it disappear, and you've got a good chance of getting a return on it, you've already seen, even from a small play that I've had in this has actually done exactly what it needs to do. So that's where I'm going to wrap it up. So I'm starting to waffle. Okay, guys, as always, really appreciate you watching the video. Thanks for tuning in, and all being well, I'll see you on the next one. Take care.